You've reached a new chapter in your life where you're now considering a new career path as an addiction counselor. Maybe you've suffered from addiction yourself or have seen ones you love suffer from it, and you're ready to make a difference. Interested in knowing all the details on what it's like to be a drug and alcohol addiction counselor? Keep watching for the details. What they do. Substance abuse and addiction counselors work with people suffering from drug or alcohol addiction to help them recover. Counselors also work towards addressing any related issues, from mental health and social issues to job-related or emotional issues. Counselors have an understanding that addiction is a disease, and they know that with the right treatment, time, and intervention sessions, it is treatable. It should also be understood that not all treatments work well for every addict. An addiction counselor first comes in during the intervention stage or sooner. It's their job to assess the addiction issue and determine any other circumstances that might aid in the addiction and recovery. Because every addict's situation is different, it's the counselor's job to help implement a unique treatment plan designed for each individual addict. The level of addiction, a person's age, the family or support system they have, the type of drugs they're addicted to, and any legal requirements are all taken into consideration. A counselor might implement a plan through individual therapy services, group therapy services, or treatment classes. The career outlook. Addiction counseling is one of the fastest growing fields in mental health. Unfortunately, this fast growth is due to the growth of addiction cases. It's also growing because many insurance policies now cover the costs. Many addicts are now seeking treatment because they can afford it when before they couldn't. Ideal candidates. To be a successful counselor, you will need good listening skills and genuine compassion. These skills create a solid foundation of trust between the counselor and the addict. Mutual trust is essential for an addict to succeed in a program. This is why so many successful counselors were once addicts themselves or close to someone who is or was an addict. Because of this personal connection, counselors are able to fully empathize with the addicts and understand exactly where they're coming from and show them that they can relate. A good counselor is also someone who can help with diagnosis and then help treat any mental health conditions that may be co-occurring. Educational requirements. In some states, entry-level work can be completed by those just graduating from high school with some on-the-job training. Although someone without a master's degree in the field won't be considered an actual counselor, it's a good way to get your foot in the door. To be an addiction counselor, you'll typically need a master's degree in counseling, social work, psychology, or another closely related field. There's a great focus on addiction, but there's also a good amount of focus on counseling techniques and human behavior. Start today. Now that you know what it takes to become and be an addiction counselor, what's holding you back? Start your journey towards becoming an addiction counselor today by checking out what certificate and degree programs we have to offer you. Whether you've been through it all yourself or you've watched a loved one go through it, you know how hard addiction is to fight. If you're ready to stand up and help fight the battle of alcohol and substance abuse, contact us today to get started. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.